to another evening of Dark Heresy, first edition, running through Tattered Fates a little bit more. Last time, Papa Grist, the proprietor of the wonderful, wonderful gambling establishment, the Fates Wheel, met with his untimely demise at the scheming of his rival, the Spider Bride. So they kind of sent each other packages, and it turned out the one that unfolded itself and chopped the opponent's head off was more effective than hoping the acolytes would do the dirty work for them. So as his head was sawn off and the still screaming, the head was carted away by a skittering spider puppet monster thing. The two former primary enforcers, Crackmarrow and Bliss, seem to have taken onus with the murder of their former employer and want to at least avenge him or defend themselves or whatever it may be before moving on to greener and more above ground pastures. So that being said, now's a great time for everyone to roll initiative, right? We all love doing that.
Ted's gonna get fucked up tonight.
Okay. Sorry. Roll initiative.
I'm just gonna take Severus off this.
Severus suddenly disappears. The Emperor just plucks him out of existence for a little bit.
Ooh.
4 plus agility. I got 8.
Attempted to roll a command looking for the value of selected tokens, but no tokens are selected.
Yeah, can't select a token there.
I can't roll initiative. Is it from AG or is it custom?
You gotta click on your token first.
I thought I did. Okay.
Yeah, I can't click mine.
Oh, there we go. Yay.
For some reason, it doesn't like. There you go.
There we go.
Doesn't like Omega. Really
Okay.
doesn't like Omega.
No, every game.
Alright, so we got Jace. Oh, there's 2 Jaces. Have fun.
The other bodyguard disappeared.
There was only 2.
Oh. Wait, no. Yeah, I only see one now.
I guess I accidentally somehow unalived him, so my bad on that. Don't worry. Nothing happened. It's all fine. I'd have to zoom in far enough to get it to let me resize his token.
Oh, there he is. He's small now. Kind of cute. Oh, he's normal size now.
Extra big.
Huge now. Now he's scary.
Yep. It's amazing what small changes can do. Let's see. Oh my. Poor guy. Even with a 1. Wait, Octus. Oh, what's your agility bonus, bud?
Mine?
No, me.
Mine's 4.
Mine's 4.
Okay, so that's 2 plus 4. I don't know why it's not adding your agility bonus to that, but it should. I was like, I really don't know how you could get a 2.
Oh, I didn't do from agility. Let me do it again.
Well, I mean, again, either way, it's just plus your agility bonus.
Okay, so yeah, give me a 4 then. I hit custom by accident. 1d10. Let's rock and roll. Herman, where have you been, man? Doing all the killing here, and you're supposed to be the one that's guarding us.
I will do it this time.
words for a man in punching range. All right. That means, as the two bodyguards are stunned for a moment, just look agape as their former master's head is carted away, and Crackmarrow, the large, possibly part Ogren, just grunts in confusion, and Bliss, the other gentleman over here, just gasps for a moment before readying himself for a fight. And so, Jace, it's your turn. You have the initiative.
Wait, Tib's not on the list. Tib got an 8.
I disagree. I say Tib.
Really? Tib's
After
not.
Hermione.
Sure. Tib's always off the list for some reason.
You fell into the warp.
I chose him after.
I didn't realize I was muted. Alright.
Oh, there you go. That makes more sense.
I'm gonna have action aim to shoot the Ogren looking.
Okay. And you're at short range. You're not quite at point blank. You're a little farther back from that.
So having plus 10. Let's
What are you shooting with?
Last gun? Or long last?
Yeah, so plus 10 for short, plus 10 for aim, plus more 10 for accurate. Rounds up to a nice even 30.
Nope. Nope.
No, not quite. Not gonna do it. 88's you try to bring it to bear, but in the stunned reaction of the man's Papa Grist's head being carved off, you just kind of snapshot, and it goes just wide. Hermione.
All right. I noticed that Jace missed, so I'm gonna fire at the same one. Half action aim, and I am going. Shooting? Sorry, with my auto gun.
Okay. You want to
Okay.
just auto gun? You just want to full auto him? You can do that.
Definitely, I'm gonna do a 10-round rate of fire.
Okay, so that's plus 20. And no aim, but it's plus 20 on its own. And then plus 10 for being at close range, or short range. So plus 30 total.
Okay. How do I bring it to the chat? Well, I'm forgetting everything.
You just click the gun, I think. Then when it asks you what your modifier is, you put in 30.
Look skilled, quick, and type in the modifier.
Wait, I click the gun on range weapon or on?
Yeah, you
where
can
do
do
I
that.
Click the hit button,
You open
Yeah,
your
or
Oh,
ballistic.
okay.
Either one.
Yep.
and then there's a damage button.
Is it point blank or short?
It's
Short.
Ignore that. I was testing something.
Fire full.
fully ignored.
Modifier. Submit. No way.
Wow. Yeah, same thing. Hermione.
Wow.
Also goes.
I would like to re-roll that. With
Spend
a,
8 point.
that is correct. I will use a fate point. I'm on 0 now.
Okay.
Just
Just
a reroll.
so you know, you don't get the plus 10 from aim, but
Pardon?
you
You don't
can't
get the
aim
plus 10.
because it's full action to do a lot of
Okay.
bursts.
Okay.
But it
All
was
right.
just
Let me
plus
do that
20,
again.
so
Let me do that again.
the correct target would be 78.
So no aim, right?
Right. Because aim is either half or full action, and a full auto burst is a full action. So
Sure.
wow,
Wow.
that is boo. That's a jam. Oh, it's
Okay.
reliable. It says it's reliable. Is it reliable? Is it
No,
a
it's
good
a-
quality auto gun?
No,
or just an
it
auto
is.
gun?
It is not a good quality auto. It's a normal one.
Okay, so it jams. So
Okay.
yeah, you hold down the trigger and the first bullet comes out into the floor and it just locks right up tight. Unfortunate, but not unexpected, given how unexpected things occurred here. So, Tib, your chance to try and react after a man's screaming head was absconded with by a little spider robot.
Okay, I'm guessing, what range am I at?
Short?
Short, so with my shotgun, I get any combat
No,
shotgun, get any bonuses?
Well, I mean, you'd get a +10. You could move closer with a half-action move to get into point-blank range.
And how much bonus would that give me point blank range?
Point-blank, I think, is a 30. As well as if it's a shotgun, there are certain other things that happen, which are good.
Yeah. I am going to do a half action made closer to the big guy.
Okay.
Then I'm going to hit it with my shotgun at a burst at 3.
You can only do a single shot, because semi-auto burst is full action.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, what's the bonus on that ballistic skill?
30.
That'd be 2 hits, right?
Yeah. I forget. I hate having to dig into it. What's the scatter bonus?
I did not look that up.
Don't worry, don't worry. I know it's something for every 2 degrees of success. Let's see.
Scatter, here it is. The standard ammunition in these weapons spread out when fired, hitting more of the target. If fired at a foe within point blank range, each 2 degrees of success, the firer. Okay, it just ends there, but hold on. That firer scores indicates another hit. However, at longer ranges, the spread of spell reduction reduces its effectiveness. All armor points are double against hits from scatter points at long or extreme range.
Okay, so every 2 degrees of success is an additional hit.
Okay, 3.8.
So yeah,
So-
that's 2, right? 2 hits.
Okay, it's 20, 10 plus 4, so that'd be plus 4
Yeah,
for each
33
hit.
is on the body, so 2 hits to the body.
2 hits in the body. Son of a bitch. That's like such a. Let's see. I'm gonna roll that damage.
Yeah, go ahead and roll 2
Slash
hits for damage.
roll.
Right.
2d10. And each of them get plus 4. And 4 plus 5. First one's 9, second one is 8.
Okay, any pen on that?
The penetration range. Give me a second. I got it wrong that much. No, there's no pen on it. First one does 9, second one does 8.
Alright, well, it chunks into his armor on his chest, and he grunts just a hair, and then looks at you with a very angry look. You pay for that.
It does not have the money to compensate you because he fears that your boss is a heretic.
Well, that's okay. Boss dead. You attack. Now boss kill you. Kill you. I don't know.
I
He's not
kill
very
boss.
bright. It's okay.
Boss is stupid heretic. Screw the boss.
You stupid.
You stupid.
Crackmarrow, not stupid.
Tim, that stupid motherfucking heretic.
Oh my, that's weak, that's weak. The blind lead the blind once more. Let's see, why don't we do something stupid? Oh man, no nines. Okay. Okay, so everybody,
Rock your
make a
body.
willpower test.
I knew he was a psyker. I didn't want to go after him.
As the guy with the staff holds it up for a moment and channels some really nasty arcane energy and sends out a wave of terrifying energy that seeps into your mind and conjures up terrible nightmares and memories of just past horrors that cause you to, if you fail the test, want to flee in horror. Let's see. Power. We need math. Because he rolled very high. 2 is plus 20. Alright. Okay, so. Oh my. Oh my, oh me. Oh me, oh my.
You have the party fail.
Did anybody? Oh, Octus is steel-eyed at this. He's not affected at all. Completely shrugs it off, which is good for him. But then we'll go to Jace. Jace, can you roll me a D100? Check this one more time. Okay, so it's by the power threshold. You add another D10. Okay, so 30, 40, 52 is... You cannot willingly approach the object of your fear, but may otherwise act normally with a minus 10 to all tests until the end of the encounter, and you gain 1 insanity point. Okay, Jim. Roll a D100.
Ugh. 17.
37. Not bad. Fear grips the character and he begins to shake and tremble. He's at a minus 10 penalty for all tests for the rest of the encounter, unless he can recover his wits, which involves snapping out of it on page 232. So basically, at each one of your turns, you can make a willpower test, and if you pass, then that minus 10 goes away. So that's actually a pretty good result there. And then Hermione, it is your turn to roll a D100.
Yes. Okay.
You can do it.
I did it.
31, 40. Okay, right at that. Reeling with shock, the character backs away from the thing that confronts them, cannot willingly approach it. So the same as Jace. You're at a minus 10 penalty for all tests until the end of the encounter, and you gain 1 insanity point. So.
Oh no, I'm insane.
Just 1% more insane than you were before.
That's a lot more.
That's fair. In addition to that, he is also going to just back away from Tib into the... He's just going to duck behind the desk. So he's now hiding behind a desk and has a little bit of cover from that. Octus, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm just gonna fire my stub revolver
I don't know if a revolver has semi-auto or not. I can't remember.
Negative 10 for first shot. Okay, here we go. Actually, I'm going to use full action so I get an aim, right? Plus 10?
Let's see. So, stub revolver, 0 rate of fire. Minus 10 for the first shot. Interesting. Sorry, yeah, you can take a half action aim for a plus 10.
Okay.
And then a half action single shot.
And the range is short.
It should be another plus 10.
Yeah. No.
Wowzers.
Wow!
Wow.
With the roll today.
You guys can always go
man.
melee.
I like the
Oh,
vibrates
yeah.
of my hand. Fucking gun. I put the gun back in my pocket. I take out my sword.
So Crack Marrow is squaring up with Jace, Tib, excuse me. I don't know why I always get my two guardsmen confused. So Crack Marrow is squaring up with Jace.
Tib.
God, I did it again. I'm doing it forever. He's squaring up with whoever he's squaring up with. He's not very bright. It's him, not me, I promise. And he is going to charge at the assorted guardsman in front of him, which is Tib, and he misses, which is good. So he rears up with a large hammer that he pulls from his back, and has a little like steam coming off of it from some like it's a steam hammer used in mining or something like that. And he swings it down, and it just barely misses Tib. All right, Jace, it's your turn. Unless you're muted, in which case.
Alright, anyway,
Muted, you lose a turn.
something again. Would I be point blank now that he's in melee?
If he's in melee, then it would be point blank, but you're also shooting into melee, so that's minus 20, and then plus 30, so minus 10, or plus 10. And if you miss, by 1 or 2 degrees of, less than 2 degrees of failure, then you hit Tib. If that all makes sense.
So
Don't hit Tib.
we go for it anyway.
Why don't you shoot the Psyker? He did like a devastating attack mental attack to all of us.
And he's also behind cover. And I can't move to get a better angle.
Well, technically you can't move toward him, but you can move around him.
Kind of a box room, so.
Yeah, whatever.
But he's not totally wrong. I understand that Tib doesn't want to be shot in the ass.
Okay, so I get 10 from accuracy, and then it's what for shooting in the melee?
Plus, you can also kill me with one shot with how much damage you do.
If you're doing a half action aim, then that's plus 10, and then for aiming, you get another plus 10. Aiming into melee is a minus 20, and then point blank is a plus 30, right? So it's plus 30.
So to counteract the aim and accuracy, it's minus 10?
Because you're shooting into melee, but you're at point blank range, and it's accurate, and you're aiming, and all those fun things, the total bonus is plus 30.
So I think math setup is correct.
Damn.
It'd be 10 worse than that.
I have the minus 10 modifier so that the aim, and then there'd be an additional 10 on top of that, but I didn't add that in.
Okay, yeah, I think that's, plus 10 minus 10 plus 30, yeah, you're good. Yeah.
Anyway, Tib, you were saying something?
I was just hoping not to get shot because of how much damage you do. I was saying you do a lot of damage and you could possibly kill me, which this Ogre would kill all
It's
of us.
entirely possible, but this is a pretty decent roll because it's 4 degrees of success. So for every 2 degrees of success after the first, up to 2 more, you get another D10. So that's actually a 3d10 plus whatever the base damage is. I think it's 3 for the long las into his leg. And that's a Righteous Fury. So go ahead and roll another D100 and try to get better than an 80. There you go. Roll another D10.
You can do it.
Wow.
No,
Ooh.
just shy. Still quite good. 17 and 9, 20, 26.
Should be 29, because it's plus 3, bumping the 17
plus
to
3,
20
yep,
plus the
yeah.
9.
Okay, 29 and to his leg. Okay, and is there any pen on that?
Pen 1.
Oh, okay, well, it's not nothing, right? So 20. Yeah, so the long las shot slices in past Tibbs' reeling self as he leans backwards, attempting to. Oh wait, he can still try to dodge. Excuse me, because there's nothing worse than losing to unfortunately timed dodge, right?
Well, he's an Ogre and like something like that. You should have shitty dodge or something like that.
He didn't pass it. He's fine. So yeah, the shot lances in, slams into his leg, and just slices it clean, meat from the bone. And as Crack Marrow steps back to ready another blow against Tib, where he steps, there is no longer leg. As I think Jace has done before, if my memory serves.
Alright.
And he just topples over backwards in what I'm now going to begin terming the old Armageddon slice. So yeah, he falls back over in a giant spurt of blood that comes from his great meaty leg and just paints Tib in just a nice crimson, warm, coppery kind of flavored spray as he falls over, just gone.
Wow. Good shot.
We doing good.
Oh, he's done?
Yeah, no, he's
Wow.
just dead.
Yeah, he does
Wow,
like one
good job.
Yeah, this game is
Okay.
is very much hinges on very big hits, not that many hits in most cases. Usually one big hit, you're done. You get like 20 little hits, you just shrug it off.
Really should be something done about that.
It's just it's the way the game's built.
Make auto guns kind of useless.
Not if you hit somebody in the face like 10 times.
Hold on, if you have great armor in the head.
Maybe.
Okay, I believe it's.
Also, 10 hits gives 10 chances for Righteous Fury, which starts to get statistically silly. So you can again still squeeze out a very big hit even from a lot of smaller hits.
Hermione, I believe it's your turn.
Yeah, Hermione, it's your blow. Crack Marrow just got totally leveled, and all that's left is the Psyker cowering behind
So
the
the
table.
Psyker is behind the table. I want to flank him and fire my last pistol. I have quick draw, so I'm going to quickly swap from my auto gun to my last pistol and flank him and then fire.
Yeah, you just run around the side of the table with a half move, and then you can shoot at him. It's point blank range for plus 30.
Okay. No aim. Submit. Point blank. Okay. Standard. Submit. And...
Yeah, a two will certainly hit. He's gonna try to dodge out of the way, which he is not good at. he's still gonna try because he's cowering in fear. So, nope. He doesn't. He just kind of quivers a little bit, and in his mind, it was a good move as the last blast slaps him in the arm. If you want to roll damage,
Okay.
so you shoot it. He flinches out of the way and takes it on his arm. And yeah, that certainly doesn't feel good. He yelps in pain. And just, oh no! Don't kill me!
Kill him.
Wait, hold on. This could be a good opportunity. We could leave him alive now. Interrogate him about goods, money, weapons, then kill him.
No, just kill him.
Oh, come on. What about the weapons stuff? You have knowledge. Like, literally just yoke him for the knowledge, then kill him.
Yeah, Tib, it's your turn.
Okay. Can Tib make that attempt to coerce him into surrendering persuasively?
Are you gonna try charm or
Let's see. What skills we got?
diplomacy is technically a skill, but I ignore it because it's just skill bloat that they added in the lathe.
Would it be intimidate?
You could potentially intimidate it. Depends on what your approach is, right?
Intimidate's based on strength. Strength 34 and 37. So Tib's just gonna like slide up over the desk. Right now, like, hey friend, do you surrender?
Interesting intimidation, but okay.
And I think I should get a bonus since this guy's a coward near edge of death. He got his arm's got a big old asshole in it.
I mean, maybe, but you know, he's also a little crazy, so.
Okay, first. Basic willpower test. Let's for something else. Oh, succeed. I no longer get that negative anymore. And do I just roll straight up fellowship for that roll?
If you're trying to like charm him, or how are you trying to play this, right? What's your
Not charm him, just like convincing, like fellowship, like fellow man to man. Like, do you surrender, friend? Less of a charm is more of like a suggestion.
I mean, for this instance, I think you're trying to charm him into stopping fighting because, again, diplomacy is skill bloat and charm is better. So, again, your two options really are just intimidate. You're intimidating him and saying, stop now or we'll kill you. Or, hey, buddy, don't you want to stop fighting? You know, wouldn't it be better if we just didn't kill you?
And I'm gonna go with intimidate. It's like, hey friend, chain sword gets revved up near his neck. Wanna surrender? Just revving it up.
Do you have intimidate trained?
Yeah, actually, I do have it trained.
Okay, then go for it.
Now, do I get any bonuses since he's a coward and I just use my chain sword with a revving technique there?
No, he's a druggie, so he doesn't feel very much. You know, he's don't kill me, but he's faking.
Oh,
You know,
I did
if
it.
If you do perception.
I did it.
Well, no, you put your modifier as plus 34, so.
What? Modifier? What do you mean There's a modifier on that. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. My skill is 34. Modifier's 34. Target. Oh, yeah, you're right. Jesus Christ. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, so again, he sees you do that and is like, but what if you killed them instead? And then he tries to do a thing.
Tib doesn't understand.
Told you, Tib. You don't mess around with these people.
Oh,
The Tipsy's a coward.
oh,
Whoa!
oh,
Oh my god!
oh! It's happening.
What's happening?
100.
God.
Nothing
Rolled 100.
good. Nothing good.
Watch this. Tib instant dies. Hee hee.
I forget what page the psychic table is on.
Wait, psychic table. Wait, isn't 100 really bad where it gets sucked into the warp instantly?
It is really bad, but it's really good for the GM when it's an NPC that does it because, you know,
It's fun, right?
Yeah, so
It's
he
fun
gets
killing the
barreled.
players.
It is. It really is. That's my favorite. Oh, that's a lot.
Oh my god.
A lot.
I think your brain is gonna blow up. Who is he attacking?
Well, he was trying to dominate Tim to get him to attack Hermione, who's right next to him.
Oh boy.
So we'll see if that happens, because right now, the warp is reeling. 87.
Pages. Second table on.
No, it's just shy. I think it's just shy of what I want.
So what happens instead of what you want?
Well, what almost happened was he turned into a demon host, and that would have been great.
Oh my god.
But that didn't happen. So what did happen though with an 87, and I only needed a 91. I was so close. Anyway, the surly bonds of Earth, reality buckles, and all gravity within 72 meters reverses for 3 rounds. All creatures and unattended objects begin to lift off the ground at a rate of 3 meters per round. At the end of this time, reality reasserts itself and everything comes crashing down, likely dealing damage to all its affected. So that actually isn't the worst thing that could happen.
You scared me.
Still manifests the power. Oh, Tim. Oh, Tim. Don't be afraid, baby bird. Don't be afraid. It's all fine. Everything is as it should be. And the target threshold was 24. And with his willpower bonus, he passes that. So that's great. Actions between yourself and your target. Half action. Okay, so he is going to characteristic -10. So Tib. It's much more difficult to accomplish now that gravity has reverted. So he does have a fairly significant modifier, which is good because at base he would have hit. So all of a sudden, Tib, you find your mind to seem to fall backwards into blackness, and now it appears to you that you are watching like your body act out what it's doing through the television screen that is your lenses, as your body rears back with the whirring chain blade and swipes at Hermione. But it's just a little slower than it would normally be, and a little bit less practiced, almost as if the person driving isn't quite in tune with your body. As that happens, everything floats up into the air, so that also throws off the attack. So now you are floating upwards into the office as everyone, you hear a gasp from Mac in the gambling hall as gravity seems to have just turned off for a moment. And now it's Octus's turn. Octus, you are no longer on terra firma. You are in mid-space, so...
Yeah.
if anybody was a Void-born character, you'd be right at home now.
So we're floating right now?
Yes.
Wow.
It's like in his head sitting on a chair. Is like, what is happening?
As is everything within 72 meters. So the table, anything not bolted down, the gambling hall, all the chips and money, and the people in the fighting dens, and like a very large area around you has suddenly lost touch with gravity.
And so I'm floating in the air like, damn it, Tib. Should have just shot him.
Tib just look at Tib's empty eye. He's going,
Playing around with that Empire magic. Emperor magic.
Tib is like sitting in the back of his mind
It's an
saying,
Empire magic. Do not label those as one and the same.
This is like a pig show tip I saw once.
Okay, I take my sword and do I have anything solid near me?
Right now, since it just came into effect, you are, about a meter off the ground. You just floated up, so you've got another meter or so before you'll get to the ceiling.
What about the wall behind me?
You guys were kind of standing in the doorway, so like all the guys in the doorway still, Octus and Jace, you're just in open space.
Okay, so I'm gonna take my foot and I'm gonna put it in the Tibbs' gut.
Jace,
Mine?
Tibbs.
I'm by the door.
Are you shooting Tibbs? Shoot the Psyker. If you kill him,
Well,
then back down.
Tib and you are beside me. Tibbs on my right.
No,
Tib moved up to the Psyker.
Oh, okay. Okay,
this
so-
is an actual.
Okay, so I'm gonna put my foot into Jace's gut. I'm gonna place it there, and I'm gonna push off towards that Psyker with my sword pointed at him.
Okay, can you give me an acrobatics check
What? Nice.
test?
I don't have that skill. It doesn't say that in the skills.
Agility?
Agility then?
It's an advanced. If you don't have it trained. Yeah, you can do agility, but it'll be at half of the target your total.
Oh, really? So minus. My total's 40. I got 40 in it.
Yeah, so your target's a 20.
Oh,
Wow.
damn.
Basically, again, acrobatics is an advanced skill, but in this application, it's not necessarily required. It would just be helpful, right?
Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't mean that what you're doing will succeed or fail. It just means that, depending on how this test goes, you might have better success at your next your attack, right?
Okay, here we go.
Because you're
Goodbye.
functionally trying to do a charge now.
No.
Okay, that's not bad. So there, if you want to do a weapon skill attack, so now you're doing a charge, it'll just be at flat 0 instead of with the charge bonus.
Okay. No.
Yeah, and so
Wow.
with the kick, you go to swing, but even as you swing, your sword actually does hit the Psyker, but it just kind of deflects off of what appears to be some kind of armor he's wearing underneath his robes, and there's not enough force behind it to do anything, right? It just really skitters right off, and so Crackbarrow is dead, but his giant dismembered corpse is floating into the air, and there's like this lovely cartwheel of blood. It's kind of spinning around him in a nice wart cloud of ruby red crystal.
Okay, that's my turn.
James,
Okay. So.
so if you have acrobatics, you can make an acrobatics check. Otherwise, you should make an agility check. As you are kicked off of by Octus. Okay, you're fine. He kicks you, and you're going. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction, but you manage to keep yourself stable and steady.
So shooting the Psyker, half action, and with still short range.
Well, yeah, still short range. Short range for a long last is like 50 meters or something, so there's a lot of short range.
So half aim, no longer point blank, but we are short. Standard rate of fire.
Yeah, so basically the accurate and the
plus 10
shooting
as accurate.
pull each other out.
Jace, you can't let that Psyker attack again. You and Hermie got to kill it.
Yep.
Oh no. Oh no. miss, but you miss because of the negatives from shooting into melee, right? Which is not good. So, the two people in melee are Tib and Hermione. So, can you roll me a G2? One for Tib, two
yeah,
for
we'll
Hermione.
We'll just do D4 to odds to even me.
Okay, that's fine.
So does he have to roll with like? Oh yeah,
Okay.
roll lore.
So that's Hermione. So go ahead and
Yep.
roll a D10 plus 3.
Roll
Fortunately, you
one,
don't have to
please.
worry about the 8.
No,
10,
that's
11.
not good. Don't roll off 8.
11, pen, 1 to your leg.
To my leg, I have 4 armor and
Eight.
toughness is 4 as well.
6, 5, 4. 4. You take 4 wounds.
Wait, what?
Everyone's in bad.
Okay.
Is the long last has pen 1,
Oh,
so it
right,
ignores
right,
one of
okay.
your.
Right.
Wait. Would Hermione be able to snap me out of my trance?
4
Um,
10.
Fortunately, the way it's worded, no, but I will let you take a willpower test at the beginning of your next turn to try to snap out of it. And I guess, Hermione, theoretically, you could actually try to dodge that, remembering that you're minus 10 for everything because of your spooked.
Okay. Do you want me to dodge that or no point?
It's up to you. I mean,
Yeah,
it's 4
you-
wounds.
Yes, I would like to dodge it.
Yeah, so you
And
can
then
try,
modifier minus 10.
right? Did Hermione have that? Although, if you had that, then how did you approach him?
No, wait, why do I have a modifier of minus 10?
From the fear check from Terrify when he cast it earlier, that was your result.
I
You got
did
insanity
have
credit.
it.
Yeah, and so the other stipulation of that was you can't move closer to him, which you did by moving around the table. But we'll just move on with our lives, right?
Okay. I failed anyways.
Okay, so no dodge.
Yeah,
Yep, so
I took
take-
the 4 damage.
Yep.
With my damage, how far am I from the Psyker right now?
You're in melee with.
Okay. How does a last pistol work in melee? Am I still using a ballistic or am I using weapon skill now?
No, it's still ballistic skill. You just
Okay.
don't get the benefit of point blank, so you're just making a regular ballistic skill attack.
Okay, so I'm just going to fire at him with my last pistol.
Okay.
Actually, can I put my gun to his temple and have a called shot to the head?
So a called shot costs 20 unless you have a skill that reduces it.
I do have a skill that reduces it called Deadeye Shot.
Okay, and what does that let you do?
Called shots are only -10 instead of -20.
Okay, so that would be minus 10, but don't forget that you also have a minus 10
I
from
do have a
the.
minus
yeah.
10.
So that would be, you could do it at a minus 20.
-20, right? Wow.
Yeah.
That'll put me at 28. No, I'm not gonna do it. Okay, normal shot.
Are you shooting me?
No, I am shooting the Psyker. Okay. Can I half aim, or there's no aiming at point blank, or
No,
at
you can have aim.
Okay, half aim.
Yeah, so that gets rid of your minus 10 at least, so that it just be straight.
I'm at short or point blank or what?
No, you're in melee.
Yeah,
so
with a last pistol, you don't get any of those.
Yeah,
Okay,
'cause
so
you're
no
in
modifiers,
melee.
right?
Yeah, no. Well, it's you're doing a half aim and then the minus 10 from your scare, so they basically will cancel out.
Okay. And then
So it's basically whatever your skill number is, that's what your target, your ballistic skill,
Okay.
that's your target, right?
Ah,
So,
yes.
Two,
There we
two
go.
Two will certainly hit. I think he already tried to dodge something this round, so it hits. So roll some damage. 2 is a 20, which is his arm, which is not a bad place to shoot
But
it.
hold on, didn't he aim at his temple?
No.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't.
He
I mean, I
backtracked.
should have.
Oh man, that is.
That is
Yeah,
not
so I mean it leaves a small scorch mark, and his already damaged form seems just a hair more closer to the grave, but it's not quite enough to put him down. That's even the last pistol's charge pack seems to fizzle for a second, and the burst it emits is just kind of weak.
Weak indeed. Okay, end of turn.
Okay, Tib, you can make a willpower test to try to get your brain back.
Watch him juggle the things as Tip is a wobbly chair inside this skull, trying to messing around.
Nope.
I'm still screwing around in this skull. Okay, chainsaw time. Sorry, Hermione. That's what the GM is probably going to say.
He's definitely gonna try to get Tib to attack Hermione, because that seems like the best thing to do. Again, they are both kind of floating around in space, so it's not gonna be very easy. But he's still gonna try.
Ooh.
Oh,
0.
Right on the money.
What?
Oh shit!
Damn. Okay.
Ooh.
Not even possible.
Let's do it.
Okay, so he hits Hermione in the leg,
Okay.
and we've
Again,
got-
you like to hit me in the legs, don't you?
yeah,
He's not even the one doing it.
Tib is kind of the one doing. Oh, you don't have a
Self-control.
chainsword on your sheet here.
It's on my other shit. I can tell you what it does. Hold on, give me a second. Chainsword, 1d10 plus 2.
Well, it's 2d10 keep
Wait, it's 2d10?
tearing. Well,
Yeah.
2d10 keep 1 plus 2 because it's tearing.
Wait, tearing gives me 2d10?
So you roll 2d10 and you pick one to keep.
Well, fortunately, most NPCs don't Righteous Fury, because that would be very bad. What's the pen on that?
2.
2.
Yikes. So I have 4 armor on the leg and then 4 toughness.
8.
So it drops it down to 2 armor and 4 toughness.
So 6, right?
Technically.
Yep. So that's Tib almost brainlessly just or not brainlessly, but just almost mechanically just raises his chainsword up in a sweeping blow that hammers through the air right at your floating form and saws into your leg with a horrible rending sound of bone being cut into.
I scream out really loud because I'm pretty damn injured right now with about 4 wounds left.
Octus, you are also surrounding the Psyker now if you'd like to do something.
Well,
I scream
I
to
was-
Octus, end this now!
Well, I was going at him with my sword. Am I going by him or?
No, I mean, you bumped into him and stopped, and he's like yelling right by the wall, so you can stop against the wall and be functionally floating and fighting.
So he's right in my face then.
Yep, you, Tib, and Hermione are all kind of in this jumble, and the Psyker are all in a jumble of floating figures.
Okay, so I'm gonna take my sword and try to cut his head off. I guess. Can I do an aimed shot?
Okay. Yeah, it's minus 20 unless you have a requisite ability.
No, let's go for it. I'm gonna go for his head cut off. Minus 20.
And you can either do if you have swift attack, that gives you an option to make 2 attacks. If you have lightning attack, it gives you an option to make 3 attacks. Or you can take a half action aim, or you can do a full out attack that gives you plus 20, but then you can't dodge or parry.
Well, I get the full aim plus 20.
That's a full action, so you can only take a half action aim.
Okay, half action aim. And yeah, I don't care about dodging and parrying. I'm going for the head. 1 shot, 1 kill. Here we go. That's an all-out attack, right?
Okay, so if you're doing an all-out attack, that's a full action, so you can't aim.
Okay, just
But either way.
standard attack then.
Which is, yeah, all-out attack is a +20, and then you can't dodge or aim. Or you can do half-action aim, which is a +10. So that's kind of like the stair-stepping, right? Is like.
But I want to get the head. I'm aiming for the head. That's it.
Okay, which is a -20. Unless you have whatever the melee called shot is.
So if you do all out attack, the negatives cancel out the positives.
Yeah. So yeah, forget the half aim. I'll do all out attack.
Okay, there you go. Then it's just a straight weapon skill roll.
Do it. Finish him.
Okay, just do weapon skill. There we go.
How long does the mind control last? Like 3 rounds?
I got 36 I need. Oh,
Oh, no.
that would have been
Octus,
nice.
while he is a rather skilled assassin, is not used to being in 0 gravity at this point, so he cannot quite get his find a place for his blade to find purchase. Bringing us back around to Chase. How long does the mind control last? Forever, because the game is silly. And in the regular game, you don't even get the willpower check, so that's why we're doing these things, and why usually we don't put very many mind control psychers in the game, because they're busted.
Please take a full action aim, because if you do you may feel bad.
Chase is gonna kill Hermione.
Please don't kill me.
Don't
I'm just gonna full action.
Okay. Hermione.
Okay, I am doing the same thing. I forgot I have double team. Since
There you
Octus
go,
is
yeah.
here, I also
you
get
guys
another
have been
+10.
outnumbering the whole time, so yeah, that's definitely 3-1, 36, 46, 56. Actually, my bad, I forgot that. Octus, you would have hit him. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I totally
Does that mean
forgot
he
about numbering.
Does that mean he rolls damage?
Roll it back. Roll it back.
Yeah,
Wait,
sorry.
no, I have the double team though. Not everyone does.
No, that gives you a +30. Because you're outnumbering him 3-1. Right?
Wow. Okay.
I forgot Octus jumped in for some reason. My poor little brain just forgot that our assassin leapt through the air, charging, spinning with his sword, right? Like Emperor Palpatine in Episode 3. Which he has the robes to match. So yeah, Octus, you actually did hit if you want to roll damage.
Oh, definitely. Right in his head.
You stabbed him in the head, right?
Yeah.
You did. 11. That
Two.
is enough. That's enough. So, in the classic fashion, how do you want to do this, right?
You did say he had.
Oh, I said, yeah, my full throttle. The sword just comes and slices his head right off as his head spins in the air. His glasses fall off his eyes and they sit there and float. His head floats to the ceiling and bounces off the ceiling.
Tib suddenly is like, shocked awake and loses grip on his chainsword for a second. That goes careening off. All this happens in, again, slow motion as the blood just kind of separates between the head and the neck, and it just is all floating in the air and filling into this very picturesque scene of gore as Hermione is preparing to attack and as Jace is taking aim at the now corpse. And then all of a sudden, time reasserts itself as gravity does the same and pulls the lot of you back down, crashing to the floor. Unfortunately, the ceiling in here is not very high, so none of you, as you land on the plush carpet in a jumble, take any damage, but you certainly hear several cries of pain from the people back in the gladiatorial rings, where they had a much higher ceiling and went way up into the air, and all of a sudden came tumbling down onto the sands below. So that's the combat is over. and you have successfully beheaded Papa Grist and defeated his two primary enforcers, Crackmarrow and Bliss. They lie dead at your feet in various states of assembly or disassembly in this case. Yeah.
Tibbs on the floor. He lifts up his gas mask, builds up a little bit. Tibbs should have listened to Kamasaur. Never spare the freaks.
Out of anger, can I just come and kick the psyker?
Yeah.
His dead body just for the hell of it?
It's just a corpse now. Yeah, you can do whatever you
Yeah.
want.
I would just like to do that to feel a little bit better.
You want to defile the corpse a little bit?
Yeah, I want to defile the corpse with my boot on his face.
You just hear Tibbs silently moan, "Yeah, kick that freak."
Oh God. Yeah, so you kick his head and it goes kind of rolling across the room and bounces into a corner before it, hits into a stack of books and the books fall down over top of it.
Tib just gets up slowly, like, okay, now to business. Tib searches the drawers of the desks for the money that Papa Grist promised.
Oh, it's a solid construction desk. There, you can't find any drawers or anything.
Are there any is there anything on Papa Grist, like pockets wise?
Oh, sure. Roll search, I want to say.
What's my search skill? Search. That's perception. Straight up, I don't have it trained. But it shouldn't be easy. Like one body, like checking the pockets.
It should be, but for some reason I'm making you roll search. So
yeah.
So on him you find a mono knife. He had a mono knife and a hand cannon. In addition to that, he has
any cool guns?
Nope. He just had a big hand cannon, which is just like a deagle, functionally.
Can anyone else roll search on him?
If you like, it doesn't bother me.
Hey, let's all roll search. Except
Like.
Mason's already did it.
I got a success of 3 degrees.
Ooh.
Okay. So you find 3 doses of spook with an injector.
I don't know what that is.
It's a drug.
Drug.
Oh, okay, I don't want that.
Look at
that.
that.
And I'm using drugs.
An electro whip.
Oh. Would anyone like that?
No. Spook is apparently a rare drug. Let's see what it does. Spook. This drug can automatically produce short-term psychic abilities in the users. The character without any siren takes a dose. He must successfully make a willpower test or gain 1d5 as man filled horrible visions. On success, the user gains 1 power from the warp. Power lasts for 1d5 hours. Okay, just good willpower. You can just do it, but that's just taking a chance on psychic.
Yeah, most of the drugs are, good effect, bad effect, right? Like there's some risk, some reward. But yeah, so you can take it and have the psychic power for a minute, which is kind of neat, or a couple hours. Within that, you can also search. I'll give you again with 3 degrees of success, Crackmarrow and Bliss's bodies. And again, don't find much. Crackmarrow's great hammer is a great weapon, which is kind of fun. But it's just primitive, so it's not super intimidating or anything. But it is big and bulky. If you for some reason wanted a very large hammer, as well as a sawn-off scattergun, which is a single shot scattergun, D10 plus 5, pen 0. So again, nothing really interesting there. Bliss didn't have much on him other than 4 doses of Obscura, which I believe is this universe's opium.
Yeah, take that Obscura. I know where you sold it. Anywho, can we search the room? Like, we'll make a regular search for the room?
So as you go to search the room, you look behind yourself. So yeah, as the two are thoroughly dispatched and you're searching the bodies, a whisper of battle sweeps into the establishment behind you. So if anybody cares to turn around to see what's happening.
I was gonna say that I've had my laying on the floor, not getting up. I've just had gun aimed in the door's general direction after we had fallen.
So Jace, you see with an almost preternatural swiftness, the same venomous lady that had spoken to you some hours before within the Spider Bride's lair, sweeps into the room, just again almost faster than you can track. She speaks in the same dulcet tones, her oddly proportioned face smiling sweetly as she wipes a thin line of blood from the corner of her mouth. And also drops the man that she had been holding down to the floor next to you, and he is an emaciated husk of dehydrated skin and bones. It appears to be the gentleman who had led you back here, the fixer, the fight attendant.
Why did you kill Fixer? He was a nice guy.
Oh, well, you know, it just seemed such a good time to clean house.
I don't know, Tim thought he was this is more like an afternoon job for the guy.
Oh, well, you know, everyone meets their just desserts, and as it were, he wasn't the worst I've ever had.
What?
So, you've been successful in your endeavors, it seems. Did you find anything to be difficult?
Yes, Tib was just quite surprised by the head beheading thing. That was the cake on Tib's day. That was quite surprising kill.
Oh, yes, I did say it would be his undoing, yes. Or his end, as it were. Oh, and look, you did the same to the little one over there. Oh, how delightful. Shame on the big man. Just his leg. Too bad.
Yeah. Sniper shots in close range don't do very well.
Oh, well, yes, they're so impersonal, those long-ranged weaponry. I much prefer to be a little bit more intimate in my interactions.
Okay, since Tib knows you know info, do you think Papa Chris may have some money in this place? Because he promised us like 1,000 each before and hoping to loot it from the heretic's body if possible.
Oh, well, that's just, too bad. Whatever deals you may have had with him have certainly flown the coop now that his head has flown his lair, and I've taken sole possession of this, terrible hive of scum and villainy though it is. But certainly we had a bargain that we had worked out, and I am ever a woman of my word, and she reaches down into the pocket at the side of her dress and withdraws an ornately filigreed and what do you call that? What do you call it? No, it's not embroidered. It's on paper, right? I always forget the word. It drives me crazy.
Embossed?
Embossed, that's the one. Embossed, thank you. Wonderfully appointed and embossed envelope that she hands to Jace at the, as he lays there on the ground.
Nice. Tib, I'll ask one more question. Is it possible from Papa Grace's stash willing to burn the part with one crate full of guns and ammo?
Oh, no. We'll have to take catalog of everything in his stocks, of course. And you're more than well equipped at this point, clearly. Otherwise, you would have had some form of trouble with these two ruffians here. No. You want to go to the manor, and a ticket to the manor was promised and given. So
Tib,
I believe our deal here is done.
well, Tib suggests it could be an investment since we are raiding a cult place, and you can also take the guns from there.
Oh, what need have I for cults and dingy and dark alleyways?
The cult's possessions.
Oh no, oh no. I have more than enough work on my hands now.
Mm,
I'm staying quiet because I have no idea who this person is. Is this from last time?
This is Spider-Man.
Wait, how did we come back here?
We didn't. She came to us.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Okay, so do you mind if we search this room a little bit longer?
Oh, absolutely. It's my property, and I would very much like you to, vacate the premises and get on with your quest or whatever it is you're doing here that causes you to venture into such interesting locales.
Out of character, I forgot. Aren't we searching for someone? Doesn't she have info that we want from someone?
Yeah, that is the emboss that I was given.
Okay.
We already talked to her.
Yeah, so
Okay.
the deal was you would deliver a present to Papa Grist in exchange for a ticket to or a invitation to the manor of Gabriel Chase, the manse of the Harlocks, which is the center of the city of Zykarf and where the steel clock is housed and where the festival reaches its head.
Then I say we go there after we get healed up.
We're actually gonna, yeah, we're gonna heal up. Then we're gonna go to the priest and raid a cult hideout.
Sounds great.
Oh, well, no, were you injured in this little fracas that you had? Oh, what a shame.
Very much so, Spider Lady.
Well, perhaps, as a token of my affection, I could avail you of the services of this establishment's, Medicaid. I believe he'll be quite, happy.
You cut out there.
Sounds good.
Medicaid may have Tib's arm. Could Tib have his arm back? Well,
Nicky
for
has your arm?
Did he not give you the arm? I thought he gave you the arm.
gave me the robot arm, not my original arm.
Oh, I'm sure he's already attached it to someone else by now.
What?
Oh boy.
Who?
Out of character.
Yes,
Look at
I would
Medicaid.
like some healing. Anyone else need to visit the Medicaid?
Yeah, I'm gonna visit Medicaid for some help and ask him who the fuck he gave my arm to.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the Medicaid. I need a minute to look up the rules, and I'm gonna take a quick 5-minute break there. So I'll be back at like 11:08 or so.
Okay, be right back.
All right. So yeah, you make your way back downstairs to the Medicaid area, to the very interesting surgeon, and oh my, what seems to have happened up above?
Where's Tib's arm?
Who?
My arm.
Who?
Me.
Oh no, I don't have any knees, arms around here.
Tib's arm.
No.
Tib's arm points us to the floor with the robotic limb. Where is Tib's arm?
Oh, it's right there, my friend.
No, his original arm.
Oh, you have to be more specific. I see so many arms. Was it, how long was it? Was it this long, this long, this long? How many fingers? 5? 3. 3 fingers.
Tib is a normal man with this. So he size about what he believes was his original hand. This size hand, you chopped it off. It was perfectly fine, but you said chop it off for some reason. Tib wanted it, please. Tib wanted it back.
Yes, absolutely, I remember. And he scuttles off for a moment and comes back carrying a jar with an arm that is not at all the same skin tone as Tib, and just, this is yours, right?
Are you fucking with Tib?
Hmm? What?
Tib, look at Tib's face and look at the arm.
Yes, it looks like a perfect match to me.
That is not Tib's original hand.
Are you quite certain? It looks so similar to the other one that you have. It's,
Yes,
very...
it is obviously black.
handy.
Tib looks at, that is a black hand. I am a white man.
Oh. Is that a problem? It
Yes,
looks
it is
the
a
right
problem.
size.
That is not Tib's original. Tib just wants it back in the jar. Tib just wants his original hand back with the original skin color that it was.
Oh, okay, I have just the thing. And he runs off back into the back again and comes back, and he's carrying another bionic hand that matches the other bionic hand. And he says, look, I found the matching to the one that you have there. It's quite perfect.
Tib pulls out the chainsaw, just grabs it. Motherfucker, Tib asked the question, where is Tib's original arm?
You have to be more specific. There are just so many back there.
Revs, where did you put the arm? Did you give it away?
No, arm storage, I guess.
So you did not give away any arms?
Tib, this is pointless. We're getting nowhere with.
That's where I put it, not what I did with it.
You did not give any arms away recently?
Oh, I've given away quite a few, actually. Well, given away.
Okay, what will you do with your old arm if you get it back?
Put it in the jar.
If we can repair it, well, of course we're going to, sell it to one of the other gladiatorial fighters. They are so... Oftentimes they are damaged and cannot be used further, and some people want, fleshy arms and others.
Give Tib a list.
Medicaid, as we have this discussion, could you please fix me up a little bit?
Oh, certainly, yes, absolutely. I've been given a priority message from the new owners of the establishment to fix you right up free of charge. Although, if you're interested, I could certainly do something about that fleshy, damageable leg of yours down there.
He'll chop it off. Tib's just telling you.
So easy to become in multiple pieces and difficult to repair without lengthy stays.
I'm good. I like to keep my leg. Let's get it fixed up.
Well, we can arrange something, I guess, where you keep it. It's mostly damaged at this point anyway. You can keep the leg.
Oh, you let him keep the leg?
Well, yours was more usable at the time.
Okay, give me a list of gladiatorial that you operate on, and Tib will just go look for his arm by himself.
Ooh, still are you? I don't recognize you, I'm afraid. So yes, you keep the leg, it's all fixed, everything's hunky-dory, and I get to test out my new model of, cybernetic.
Sure, go for it.
Tib just...
Okay.
Okay, as he does that, Tib's
Get it done.
Write down a list for Tib, and Tib will go look for his arm.
So when he's saying you can keep your leg, he's not saying it'll still be attached to you.
Wait, what?
You're getting a robotic leg.
He's like, well, if you want to keep it, you can, but I don't know why anyone would want, a rotting piece of meat.
No. I want my leg fixed and kept on me, as in it is still a part of my body. If it doesn't, a last bolt to your head. You pick.
Oh, well, no, we don't need to do anything like that.
And here's Chet moving his chainsword. He's keeping his leg, and I want a list of all the arms you've given out recently.
I don't keep records.
Okay, are they in this establishment?
I don't know who's in this establishment. They just killed like half of the people up there like 5 minutes ago.
Motherfucker.
Times.
Tib goes around the gladiatorial waiting area and just looks for peoples that looks like they have their arms grafted on.
Okay, as Tib steps out of the door, he just pulls out a data slate and pushes a button on it, and the door is just to the med bay shut. He was very interesting the first time around as well, but you seem much more pliable. I mean, agreeable.
Let's say that I'm keeping my leg. If you would like to, keeping my leg on my body where it works fine. If you would like to do something to it, maybe add a few augmentations, I would be okay with
That
that.
could be interesting. Does it have to work fine in the position it's already in, or could we try?
Yes, it has to be exact. I have to
tripod?
look exactly the same. It has to work exactly the same.
Just the leg has to look exactly the same.
No. The everything. I have to look exactly
Okay.
the same.
So, okay, fine. Everybody's so attached to the limbs they were given. I mean, I'm trying to give you a limb now. Why can't you be attached to that limb? This one's not doing so good for you, but whatever, fine. Come back. And he brings you
Okay.
back and,
Yeah.
straps you to a table and proceeds to administer several rather potent potables, tinctures and other, what's the word? Mutagens, mutagenic compounds that cause rapid healing for thematic's sake. But let's say it really would take about 2 days for him to do the full amount of healing, if that's what you'd like to do.
Mm-hmm. How much healing do we have in the time that we have? I don't think we have 2 days.
Right now,
a couple hours.
I mean, right now you have an invitation to Gabriel Chase, but the clock has not told the appropriate number of dongs to symbol the party should begin at the manor. So you really are still in a little bit free time.
How do you guys feel? So I kind of signal, I guess, scream out to or yell out to my friends. Do we have time for me to get healed up? 2 days?
I would believe so.
Tib is gonna go looking for his arm.
Okay, so Tib
roll
has an
certainty.
activity.
Yeah, I kind of like to relax for a bit. Maybe bet on some table games.
Would you like to help Tib search for his arm?
Nah, bro, you're all good.
Not really. Not really interested in that.
So as you go upstairs, you see that a lot of carnage has happened, but for the most part, things seem to be returning to normal. Truthfully, the loss of gravity seems to have been more of a disruption to the activities in the establishment than the changing of the guard, as it were. You notice that the areas are manned now by more venomous ladies, as well as some other women dressed similarly, but not as augmented. And it seems to have gone off pretty much without a hitch. As you guys beheaded the snake, the body withered, and things have returned to normal. Everyone wants to get back to their revels and parties, and just because a rather high mover and shaker was taken out during the festival, that's just, hey, that's a party, baby, right?
So what happened to Tib search for his arm?
You don't find it. You find a lot of arms, several attached to people. A couple just, tucked in a corner. None really look like your arm, though.
Doctor. Tib goes back to the doctor and goes to his arm storage.
You're locked out of the med bay.
Does not open the doors for Tib.
I swear to Nipper, one day I will find you and I will kill you.
And then the very tinny voice comes up from a small box grill embedded above the doorway. It's like, all right, well, you wouldn't be the first one that's tried, but you would certainly be the first one that succeeded, so best of luck to you, son.
I just want an arm and compensation and I'll leave your ass alone. I swear to the Nipper, I will find one there to get in there, and I swear to God, if I need a melta charge, I will blow my ass in there.
A slight vibration comes from the door as a shock wave roll, out from the doorway and shocks Tib, and he goes falling to the floor.
Tib will
Tib,
be
damn it!
back.
You're always you're always causing problems, Tib.
Tib
So,
wants his
Oculus
arm.
Jace, Tib is kind of down for the count and might have an arm replaced while he is asleep. What are you two doing while Hermione gets
I'm gonna babysit Tibbs so his arm doesn't get replaced. He's
Okay,
just
that's fine. That's fine.
Tip thanks you, Jace, true brother in arms.
I'm going to go do some gambling and have a bite to eat. I'm kind of hungry with all this running around.
Okay. Yeah, sure. You go. You do some gambling. Roll 3d100. Yeah. Just see.
Tibbs out so I can grab the money, right?
Robin Tib.
I'm babysitting him. I'm not letting you rifle his pockets.
Yeah, so you have like whatever like pocket cash you had, but for the most part, you're just narratively gambling, without any. Yeah, and you're not doing so hot at it. So really, you're down. You're down pretty low after you have a really good first hand at your first pick. You're like, yeah, that guy looks like he's gonna win. Guy wins handedly. You get a big pot, and the next one. You go and bet it. You bet most of it, and you end up actually losing about 50 thrones total.
Okay.
So,
Kirk, your camera's frozen. I recommend going on low settings on Google Meets if you want. Up to you.
sure why? Not sure why. Let's try that, right? Okay. So Octus goes about, does some gambling. Jason, Tib find a quiet place to lay down and snuggle up close to one another for warmth. No. And just be general guardsmen ready for the next fight. And after 2 days of just kind of meandering about, they rejoin Hermione, who seems mostly right for the wear. No noticeable changes to his outward appearance, and
Can I
probably
test my leg out?
Sure, if you'd like.
I walk around. How does it feel?
Agility.
Pardon?
Roll agility.
Roll agility. Okay.
That's fine. Feels like a leg. I just like to
Okay.
make people roll dice because it's confusing.
Since you rested, does Tib get full health back?
How damaged was Tib?
Tib only like 13 out of 16.
Oh. Tib was damaged, in which case, Tib needs some Medicaid, right?
Well, Tib already visited the boat with Jace, so was that a quick visit or nothing?
You visited where?
Tib was in the same place that Hermine was in when he was in the Medicaid.
Oh,
Although-
right. But
Although the tech priest says our Medicaid kid, am I allowed to?
Let's see. I forget how healing works. Let's see. Without medical attention to drugs, you remove 1 damage per day. If you spend this time resting in a bed, you remove an amount of damage equal to your toughness bonus. So yeah, you can certainly be healed up to full from that.
Yay.
All right, so everybody is back and ready to go, and you have a ticket to Gabriel Chase. And you could certainly move yourselves or begin wandering there if you liked. If you look at the Zykarf area handout 2, you'll see that the great estate of Gabriel Chase is at the very, very center of the city of Zykarf.
Do you guys just want to go to raid the cold hideout, or do you want to go straight to the estate?
We can go. Do we have time to raid that gold hideout?
Technically, we do, since the bell hasn't told.
Possibly. Who knows when the bell tolls? It tolls for thee, although it may toll soon. It may not toll for hours. It's hard to say.
Do we want to go deal with the heretical?
Where exactly on the map again? I just
It's more of up to a vote. We're all full health, and that's damage.
What are the pros? Let's weigh out the pros and cons. So we have a letter that will let us go to the Harlock, right? The masked man. Is that correct?
Yes.
And what's the other option?
We go to the church, we kill it, we help the priest kill him, hopefully getting a small little army to help us deal with the Harlock.
When did this other objective come about?
We saved
so we saved a priest from a giant meat sewage monster thing, and so we got told that a group of zealot priests got kicked out of their church by Harlock.
I see.
Or at least the people who work for Harlock.
Yeah, so the Harlocks are a rogue trader dynasty that actually discovered the planet of Quadus. And in, much of the Calixis sector in which you are. So they're a fairly decently powerful house of note, or at least they were before they, to some degree, their old head kind of disappeared, or something else untoward. There are still people of Harlock blood out in the world, but the actual dynasty itself isn't quite the insane, I don't know, I think it of akin to Treasure Planet, like old Davy Jones or whatever gosh, I forget the bad guy, or the original pirate, who had the treasure planet, like him. They're kind of akin to that, where the main guy is gone and lots of relics of the past live on, but it's not quite sure what they are necessarily.
I mean, so we go to this this group. We're probably gonna get maybe some help when we do head toward the. I mean,
they were starving when we got there, and they're not going to be really battle ready or that effective.
I mean, I'd say any help is better than no help. So I'm down for helping this group and see if they can offer us maybe some weapons or maybe some extra info or a way in or something that they know.
We have all the info that we need. It's just that he just brings the fanaticism to the party.
I mean, up to you guys. I'm down for either way. What do you guys want to do?
I'm kind of changing my vote to go straight to Harlock. I mean, for us all to get that full health and we're all good on health is kind of rare in itself, so I think we should just go straight to the estate.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Go see Gabriel Chase.
Sounds like Harlock it is.
Okay, straight to the place. Let's go.
All right. Okay, so you make your way through the city of Zykarv, moving towards the center, and it's an area that you have not frequented much thus far. Obviously, you've been moving around the outskirts of the city for the most part, and kind of again skirting the lines of the more or most wealthy areas of the city, but even within that, as you move along, it seems almost as if the grandeur of the city rises up towards Gabriel Chase and then stops for a period and then resumes anew at the great manor of Gabriel Chase, which takes up a goodly portion of the center of the city. Goodness, it's a good 5 kilometers, 4 kilometers in diameter, which is a rather sizable area of the city. And as you make your way there, past the crescent of visages, and towards Gabriel Chase, you see sorry, it's like I got 73 windows up here and I can't read the tiny text. Okay, so you come up to a high wall of black stone and gates of polished adamantine that oddly are closed right now. But they twinkle the light of the morning sun, and around the edge of the gates, vast mouths are inlaid symbols of the phases of the sun and moon, with simple dark circles of a moonless night above the apex of the gateway. Around the gate flock costumed figures on carriages or atop riding beasts held by jeweled halters. And around these exotic figures throng footmen, guards, and equerries in a kaleidoscope of liveries. Above the crowd hover raptors, their eyes plucked out and replaced by augmetics that scan the crowd, jostling for entrance through the lunar gate. And as you begin approaching this very large gate set into the adamantine walls surrounding the palace, you hear that same heart-throbbing bong, bong of the clock from within, and the gates begin to swing inward as you approach. The guests thronging forward, only to be stopped from within by a group of house guards servitors, house servitors that are ancient and ornate in pattern. And you see several of them reach into their belongings and withdraw letters similar to the one that you now carry and hand them to the servitors, who pause for a moment before intoning a green light and allowing the people to pass within.
So I guess we walk up to the servitor and hand
You could
the invitation.
Tibbs kind of crying under his mask silently for the loss of his arm.
Yeah, Jace, go for it. Take the letter and hand it to him. I'll cover you.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to the secretary and just hand the invitation.
So at the moment, it's actually quite busy around the gates. They've just swung inward, and there is a rather thronging crowd of people of status and means quite above your own. So if you wish to just walk up, you're either going to have to wait for quite a while, or elbow your way through the crowd, or do something else to get through.
But
this.
a hive world are accustomed to crowds.
Well, sure, crowds, yes, but the wealthy with footmen and guards specifically trying to uphold the status quo are not quite the same thing.
Are there any holy men there?
It's possible, but unlikely at this point in time. The majority of them seem to be the rich and wealthy. This is again more of a event for the nobility than anyone of the cloth. As you've seen in the majority of the rest of the festival, this being kind of the center point of it. It's not very much in keeping with imperial law or the ecclesiarchy. It's much more focused on debauchery and all of that the nobility would like to enjoy.
Is there like any more tamed person that has like notched it down, not full on debauchery?
If you'd like to make a perception test or a search or something like that, you certainly can.
Perception, because it's the only good skill I got.
You know, as you explore the area, as you look around, it really, again, is very much filled with these. Well, ignore the people behind the curtains. They're not there. It really seems to be more of a groups of, again, the nobility, people like that, than anybody of lower status. In fact, you are even within the throngs of footmen and retainers and things like that. Your group is kind of a standout, a smudge on the otherwise wealthy group that is thronging to enter.
Can I search for maybe either a side entrance, maybe for like the more VIP customers, since we have this letter, or maybe an attendant who isn't at the gates? Maybe like they're out, like ushering people in or something.
You can make a perception test if you like.
Not search.
You could certainly also do search. One thing I will say is Tib would notice that smattered around the walls of the palace, at the gates, and along the ramparts of the wall there, are a number of ornate and ancient las cannons, heavy bolters, and other very heavy weaponry, just kind of tastefully built into the decorations along. Tastefully, but obviously in some places.
Hey, you Tip crying underneath his mask a little. This is like, where's me home?
Can I get someone to help me search?
I can help perceive. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Tip, yeah, he's depressed about the loss of his arm again.
I'll help you, sure.
Oh, okay. No, I failed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so as you walk around the exterior, you notice that there are other gates similar to the Lunar Gate, before which you now stand, but they all remain closed with the similar dangerous implements built around them. So you could attempt entry, surely, but it appears to be this is the only route inside.
Tib's just gonna walk up one of the noblemen and introduce himself. Hello, I am Tib.
We do have a invitation, right?
Yeah, but we can't hand it in unless we just push our way in.
One second. Tib's talking to someone. Let's see.
Tib.
Let's see.
Pick out a voice.
So you see, standing there is a stooped older man with a balding pate and white tufts of hair kind of teased out into not horns, but almost wings coming from his skull. In his right eye is a beautifully engraved golden monocle that hangs from a equally fine bold chain down to his pocket clip. And he stands teetering over his cane with two attendants respectfully behind him. And so Tib, you approach him.
Yes, Tib says, hello, I am Tib.
So he, again, from his stooped position, kind of tottering just a hair, looks over. Well, what do we have here?
Guardsman lost his arm. Tib was wondering if you know people that hunt down arms. You see, a Tib's culture, losing one's arm and not able to retrieve it in battle for certain ceremonies is kind of a disgrace and kind of a insulting thing to a guardsman, and I really want
your
my arm.
arm, son. You've got one replacement right there. Does it not work?
No, Tib needs to do a small ceremony to dispose of his original arm, but Tib does not have his arm, so it's disgraceful.
Well, that's quite unfortunate. It's not nearly as disgraceful as this whole arrangement of fools that have come here.
Tim just getting his mind off his lost arm.
Well, if you wish to get your mind off of it, just try and climb that wall over there. It'll take care of it post haste. It's quite interesting, yes?
You mean the arm full of guns?
Hmm? The what? You have to speak up, son.
The wall full of guns?
Absolutely, they'll take care of whatever you've got going on with you.
Tim does a little chuckle. Tim loves post-mortem humor.
Well, then you're at the right place, of course. The Revel of, what do they call this thing? The Revel of, Darkness? Yes? Quite interesting thing. Never seen it before myself. My father's father said that he came here once, but I don't believe him for as far as I can throw him. And obviously, I don't do any throwing anymore.
Tim was a wonder if you were a great thrower during your time.
Oh, no, thrower? Absolutely not. No, lifting things is for these fools behind me. You don't get to be my age by going around lifting and tossing things. Well, at least not as good condition as I am.
Tim does notice that you're in pretty good condition. What is your occupation by perchance?
Oh, me, old Claudius Vipus. I'm a old businessman, of course. Yes. That's what I do. I do business, buying and selling and buying. Oh, but that's in the old days. Now I mostly just wither away, bored out of my skull. So I decided to come here. Seemed like an interesting place.
Would you rather some more intrigue you accompany me and my companions inward to the palace?
There's more of them like you?
Well, a little more unique, but I find them a bit odd.
They're more unique?
Well, yeah, they're quite weird to me.
Oh my, I simply must meet them. Yes, bring them along. Who are they?
Tip runs along. It's like, Tip has a new friend.
What do you mean? What new friend? What are you talking about?
Meet the honorable merchant man.
Can he help us get inside? Did you ask him?
I asked him if he wants to accompany us inside.
Oh.
So you
All right.
didn't ask him if he wanted to help, just if he wants around us.
I just asked him if he wants to accompany us.
Okay. Let's go see this man.
Whatever you say, Tib.
All right, Tim, go ahead.
As we all introduce, Tip introduces his companions, the odd ones.
Oh, yes, quite odd. BTs, the guardsmen, and two men in robes. How interesting. Are you friars, priests, something like that?
One's a priest of the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Oh, three in robes. Excuse me. I forgot about the other ones who haven't been talking this whole session.
Yeah, the Romulus. He's here too.
We don't remember Romulus unless no one else is here.
Dear sir, can you get us in? There seems to be a very large line.
Oh, you want to go inside? Oh, impatient.
Yes.
Why don't you wave that badge of yours around? It'd be just so much faster to do that, don't you think?
Tip just
Do
says
you think that will help? I've noticed that the Arbites badge has no meaning in this planet.
Oh, I didn't say it'd help. I said it'd be interesting.
Tip wants to know, he's a pretty funny jokester. You shouldn't take any of that to heart.
Sir, we have an invitation. Is there a way we can hand it in and get in a little bit faster?
Oh, well, yes, we just go up to the doors and turn it into those two big, brutish-looking fellows up there.
Yeah, we've been trying to head to the door. It's just a very long line. Can you help us cut it?
Have you tried? And he just, turns around and starts tottering forward on his cane, and whenever he reaches someone who's in his way, he just bonks him on the head with it.
Okay, well, I'm
Just
following
very
him.
curmudgeonly, and like if any of them make a start, his two little attendants either profusely apologize or like hustle you through, and very easily make a unexpected path through the throng, just by virtue of completely sidestepping all decorum and procedure. And he's just cackling the whole way as it's happening. He thinks this is the funniest shit that's ever happened.
Tip just says behind him, "This is the weirdest method to get in front of a lion culturally as ever."
What are you talking about? The easiest way to get to point A from point B is a straight line, of course.
Oh my
I
god.
mean,
You should beat my
it works in
commissar.
this case.
He would love you.
So yeah, with very little effort, he brings you all to the fore of the entrance to the lunar gate, and again before you stands two large servitors of Baroque and ancient construction.
Well, obviously, I'm gonna thank this gentleman that that somehow got us here by whacking everyone. I'll thank him, and then I think Jace has the letter.
Yes.
And I kind of talked to the servitors that we have a letter of invitation, and then I kind of motioned for Jace to hand over the letter.
Yeah, I just hold it out.
Yeah, so as you hold it out, one reaches out with a robotic hand and gingerly takes it and inserts it into a slot in its chest. It clicks for a few moments before, again, the light it has intones green, and you see the older gentleman who helped funnel you up to the front. Make a perception check. Because why not, right?
Someone make a perception. I'll help. I don't have a good perception.
No one has good perception.
Not too good, no.
Everyone rolls perception.
I will
Everyone rolls perception.
I will take Herman's help.
Yeah, that's my next skill to upgrade.
Oh,
There you go.
Jace does it. But that's really good.
Jace, you notice he seems quite shocked at the fact that you actually have an invitation. It seemed, and he tells you, "Oh my goodness, I wasn't expecting you to actually have an invitation. I thought I'd get to see these big little things take you apart, like little, giblets. Alas, but at the same time, how very interesting you are. How very interesting, yes. Well, we'll see you inside. Ta-ta."
What was his name in Carker out of character?
Yes.
What was his name again? Because I didn't really hear you that well.
Old. Let's see. Claudius Vipus.
Claudius.
Vipus.
I love how Tim, who's the weirdest one of the group, called everybody else weird because we are in semi-normal.
Well, that piqued his interest because he's like, if they're weirder than you, I mean, goodness, what a show, what a show. He was like, well, he wouldn't climb up the wall, but maybe he'll try to give the gun servitor a fake ID and get, shot to death. That'd be funny.
It would have been very awkward if the invitation was fake.
Yeah, so yeah, you got the green light if you'd like to go in.
I guess we can go in.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. So the estate of Gabriel Chase, it is the largest in Zykarf and sits directly beneath the apex of the dome that contains the Pleasure City. It's roughly circular. It's a little over 3 kilometers across, and is bounded by a 12-foot wall covered with vines crafted from tarnished copper. There are only 2 entrances through the wall, the Lunar Gate and the Supply Gate. So excuse me, error there. Both are formidable, and you just entered through the Lunar Gate. At the center of this estate is the manse itself, a circular tiered drum of a building that extends not only up, but also down into the soil and rock of Quadus.
Can I motion everyone together?
Tim's like, I think we could take one of their arms, and Tim put it on a jar of Tim's shame. I think that'll be enough to make sure my fellow Caracorns don't mock me when I get home.
Right.
Oh wow.
You
Okay.
That is
So
the actual manor in the middle, and then this is the great estate of Gabriel
Wow.
Chase.
wow, that's huge.
Is a big butter.
Where is the estate? What letter is so small? I can't see.
The estate is the whole thing, right?
Okay,
that's the whole area.
that building that you just showed us, the main
the
the main
manse.
building.
Yeah.
That's the
manse.
man. That's A.
dead
So we're
center.
are we at A now?
You are at B, the Lunar Gate.
The Lunar
Yeah,
Gate.
we just
And
came
this
in
is
through
the
the-
I Gate. Okay.
It's like a city inside a mansion.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, no, the manor grounds are quite big, and you see, as you enter in, the walls of Gabriel Chase encompass a vast stretch of gardens of the most peculiar and remarkable kind, supporting, as it does, different environments created and maintained within great artifice. So it's a vast rolling gardens that encompass several different biomes within themselves, ranging from something, more, high mountain to rainforest-esque even. So, and everything in between. So there's a large strata of different subsections of the gardens as you if you're walking along the path toward the manor, that you would see.
From the Lunar Gate, if we look around, is it like a party atmosphere, or is it like empty in the biomes, or is it just like servitors walking around? How does it look to us?
It definitely looks kind of like a party as the people have filtered in. You see that some of the guests actually have wandered out into the gardens, and looking, if you do a full search of the manor, there's jungle domes and all these other things. But just from where you're at right now, in these gardens that again have very tall trees, very short shrubs, and everything in between, it's really an opulent expression of true wealth that they've crafted, this insanely complicated arboreal structure of gardens. But you see people have moved around, and you see, couples flitting away into the bushes, and inebriated people chatting on benches, as well as the general thronging of the group seems to be moving towards the manor at the center in some way, shape, or form. But people are taking a more circuitous route than others. Some are.
Is there like fruit and vegetables around? Are they growing, or is just decoration plants?
Oh, there's certainly various kinds of fruits and vegetables, but it would be difficult to ascertain if any of them are safely edible without a rather advanced degree in xenobiology in some cases.
Oh, xenobiology.
Can I use some kind of lore?
Scholastic lore, agriculture, if that's the scholastic lore. Gosh, I forget which ones are which, right?
Would it be like common lore, Xenos? Would that work?
Really?
I'm unfamiliar of a skill common lore Xenos.
Oh, okay. I'm
Well,
sorry.
can I just use my hive world skills?
Archaic, astromancy, beast, bureaucracy, chemistry, cryptology, heraldry.
The only hive world skill that we get is tech use, so that would not.
Yeah,
that
no,
wouldn't be-
for a hive world person, it doesn't look like a hive to you, which is scary a little bit. It's a little scary.
Yeah, because I don't think you would see a lot of trees in hives. So in a hive city.
I'd say those look pretty good. When mine.
Can I get
eat
everyone
one.
together? Kind of gather.
Definitely eat one.
Okay, I gotta
Wait,
pick one.
before
I
we
gotta
eat,
taste it.
don't, wait, hold on, don't randomly eat anything yet, just to be safe, right? Look, what's the plan here? We need to get to Gabriel Chase, right?
You're
Is that
in
our main
the
objective?
estate of Gabriel Chase now, so you have reached there.
Yeah. All I sense is trouble.
Tib just wants
Jace,
to go to the
Tib?
stadium and so forth. Tib
Okay,
just
well, Tib wants his arm, Jace. What do you think?
While assuming that Marcus Harlock is hosting the party, I feel he would be at the manse and therefore
Erasmus Harlock has been gone for 500,000, long time now. So this is like again, as with the servitorized or servitor guards who admitted you, it's very unclear to most people where or how any of this is happening. A lot of it seems to be automated in some way, shape, or form, and it's almost like a display of like, hey, this is the only time you can come into this fully automated manner.
I see.
just go to the center of the manor. Tib thinks.
You think so? Yeah, I mean everyone is heading that way. Head to the middle, and Octus, maybe hold up on eating anything because we don't know if they're like fruits and vegetables are for just display, maybe not eating.
Well, that just looks good. I haven't had a real
if he wants to
fruit
die
in a long time. I've eaten like processed, powdered stuff all the time. That looks really good.
It wouldn't be abnormal for someone of a hive background to have never eaten anything that's fruit.
Tib's fine with just bugs.
Can I just try a little bite? Just a
No,
little.
Do you want to die?
if you're willing, go for it. Go for it. Let us
Just
know how it
survive.
is.
Risk death.
If the guardian servitors don't rip your arms off first.
Well, if they're eating it, it must be good, right? Okay, well, I'm just gonna pickpocket fruit and put it in my pocket. Check it out later.
Okay, you now have a assorted berry in your pocket.
No berries.
Well, not for a meal, you know, like not just one little berry.
Oh, you got
At least a ration.
How many berries is a meal? If you're my kids, it's like 70 or 80 berries. So.
I'll have in my pockets then.
Pocket full of berries.
One
All
ration.
right, let's do what Tib says. Let's head down this path that everyone seems to be heading and head to the mats.
Tib kind of jabs to Romulus. You ever been to a fancy place like this before?
Oh, well, my good man, Octus. What's my name? Romulus gets himself around, yes. Absolutely. Oh, this is mundane by my standards, of course. If you want to... I mean, you could certainly roll insight if you like. That's the
Tib doesn't roll inside. He just instantly believes him. That's the whole thing going on.
Yeah.
Fair.
I get it. Let's head down.
Okay.
Head with the crowd to the mats.
Yeah, so again, it's about a kilometer and a half or so to the center of to the manse, to the center of the estates. And as you go along, you see a variety of more well-trimmed gardens, as well as just this rolling tangle of dark forests. And you arrive at the manse, which is a circular. The manse is circular and rises in 3 colonnade tiers to a great crystal dome that apes the dome that contains the city of Zykarf, which the manse sits at the center of. Though the manse has numerous entrances both above and below ground, its main entrance is via a set of silver doors that are reached by a great spill of broad steps.
Neat. I guess Tib will walk up the stairs.
Well, and I will say it's almost 12 o'clock, and I have had a very long week, and we've reached the manor, so I do think this is a good stopping point. And next
Okay.
time you can venture inside and try to pick apart whatever clues can be found within the manor of Gabriel Chase. And, of course, remembering that your primary goal is to stop the Heron Masked Man and his plots, and whatever else is going bad. Right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so pretty straightforward little time this week. Went and killed a psyker. Psykers are really dangerous. Um, yeah, always go for the head. Or the leg in some cases, as you just dissected it off of the Ogren. So that was also quite delightful. And yeah, sometimes talking to strange men with crazy hair can be advantageous.
Indeed. Indeed.
Tip wants to go home to Karakor.
I don't think we're going home.
Well, you're in the dead center of the city now, so you are the every step you take is the farthest you've ever been from home. But yeah, hope everybody had fun. Another good week. Like I said, a little slower this week as we kind of wrapped into going into the manor. But next time, gonna be a very interesting delving down into the city, the center of the city, as the acolytes try to pick apart the mystery here in Sycarf.
Okay. That was fun. Okay, everybody, thanks for coming out, and stay tuned tomorrow for Alien RPG. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye.